Hi, I'm Evia Fleming, a senior from Sun Lake High School, and my brother Philip has Asperger's syndrome, a form of high-functioning autism. In short, those with Asperger's have delayed social development, and they also have trouble understanding nonverbal communication. They also may have a tendency to have repetitive patterns of behaviors and interests. Even with these daily struggles, Philip doesn't let his condition get in the way of him interacting with other kids. Over the years, he's been in multiple sports, like basketball and flag football, and now he's into Taekwondo, and he's really impressive. While some intricate motor skills may be very difficult for him, sports that require him to use his whole body to kick and punch are satisfying to his often overwhelmed senses. He also excels at math, learning and achieving in topics nearly 2 years ahead of those his age. One thing he picked up recently is the drum kit. Although it may be hard for him to begin activities and hobbies like that, he really does enjoy them and the motor skill benefits they provide. Philip loves cars, video games, and our cats. Going out on our back porch and petting one of our 4 cats is one way he calms himself down and works on connecting with something outside of himself. These are reasons why anyone would pet a cat. It's relaxing. Philip is just like any other boy. He even watches the same shows as other kids his age, builds Legos, volunteers at our church, and wants to spend time with the family and crack jokes. Even though his Asperger's may cause his video game playing and TV watching to be obsessive, and his punchlines to be a bit far-fetched or awkward, he still has a desire to be within the social circle and fit in. Recently, he has started going to the gym with my dad and working out. He is both willing and able to work out on his own, which is great. He sees my relationship with our dad and he wants something similar, so he asks to watch the Star Wars movies and play the Star Wars game with us. It's hard for us to say yes immediately because we know of his limits and abilities, but we still try to accommodate for him so that he can be part of the family, just like we would for any other neurotypical family member. Philip is still just as hurt by bullying as any other kid would be, although he doesn't quite understand the insults hurled at him. He senses that his peers are upset with him, but instead of assuming that they're the problem, he internalizes the pain and assumes that he's in the wrong. This isn't that far off of what a neurotypical kid might think as well. He searches for things that I enjoy to try to be more like me, such as reading Harry Potter or listening to music I like, just like any other younger sibling would do when looking up to an older sibling. We as a family don't baby him like a toddler, but we do acknowledge his social difficulties. When most people hear the word autistic, they picture someone who twitches or can't control their body movements or makes odd noises. And while some people with autism do experience these symptoms, that's not what defines them. My brother, when he was younger, would lean into people whenever they were in a circle, and so they'd be really, really uncomfortable, or he'd run into a wall and act like nothing was wrong. But these are just small difficulties that he had to deal with when he was younger, and not so much now. It's a growing process. What he was dealing with then isn't what he's dealing with now, but that doesn't make those difficulties or the present difficulties any less. He's overcome those struggles in the past with family help and unconditional love. A family raising a neurotypical child would let that child know what's acceptable and what is expected of him or her. Our family is no different. We lovingly help Philip grow into a successful young man. As Philip experiences new successes, we make sure to congratulate each one so that he knows that we know that he's doing very, very good. Adding more responsibilities and self-monitoring has helped him realize that he doesn't have to be so dependent on us to help him throughout his day, that he can do it on his own. Philip progresses through the same stages as neurotypical children do, just a little bit later and with a good deal more loving help and guidance.